Hi everyone, welcome back to Fleursbydesign. Fleur here with you again today. Today I'm doing something completely different. We are going to Disneyland in a couple of weeks, and so I thought I would do a quick Disneyland prep video. So this is kind of how I prepare for when we go to Disneyland. We've actually gone quite a few times. This will be, I think, my 9th time that we're gone since my kids have been born. So, and my oldest is 16, so 9 times in 16 years. We'd never gone before that, so yeah, it's exciting. I love Disneyland. Here's my little Mickey and Minnie Tsum-Tsums. They're so cute. So those stay on my shelf all the time, so I'm just gonna move those out of the way. So the first thing I do when we are planning to go to Disneyland is I set up a little book, and this year I use the gold Webster's Pages Color Crush Planner. And I basically just set it up to just be able to write my notes down in and kind of, you know, plan for the vacation, what times we're going to go, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to kind of walk you through my favorite things to do when I'm planning for Disney. So again, I use the Simple Stories Say Cheese 2 collection for this album when I made it, and it's just got some of the paper, and I love the chipboard frames, and of course the castle. So I also made with my Epiphany Crafts tool some clips with, that one's just 2 little ear circles with a big circle for Mickey. I used some of the stickers from the kit and made a Magic and Wish paper clip. So for the first I made some index card tabs, so there's, I think, 5 in this one. And for the first one, basically, I was talking about how I really want to go to Disneyland in 2016. We haven't gone since 2013. And I said, if you plan it, it has to happen, right? So basically, I was just writing down possible dates where we want to stay, if we had enough points to use for flights and all that kind of stuff. And so what I'm going to do is walk you through what I do. So first, when we kind of plan where we're going, I check the dates. So the first place I go to, it's called isitpacked.com, and basically you can plug in the dates you're going. It'll tell you if it's really busy, it's packed. It'll say something like, yeah, it's packed. So basically you don't want to go on the days where it says, yeah, it's packed. So luckily for the days that we've chosen, most of the time it's Ghost Town or yeah, it's all right. So our should be good. We've gone during spring break, and I would never do that again. They actually shut the park down a couple of days because they were at their max limit for people, and lineups were crazy. I would never do spring break again. So we always usually go in February. It's my birthday and my son's birthday, so we usually plan it around that, and it's always nice and quiet. The weather's not bad. So that's the place I go to first. Is it packed? And then I always check the hotel availability for those dates, and we usually we've stayed at a bunch of different hotels, including the Disneyland Hotel and the Grand California, but we usually stay at the Best Western, which is actually the closest hotel to the park entrance. And the rates are really cheap. You get free breakfast, so saves us money on food and everything, and it's a great hotel, and I'll show you where that is in a second. So we check hotel availability and prices, then we check the airline to see if we can use points for those dates, and then go to Disneyland. So once you have your trip booked, the next thing I do is I check the Disneyland website. They have these calendars that they print out, and that you can print out, and it basically shows you the hours of the park, what rides are closed, and all that kind of stuff. So it's good information. So I always print those out, and that's at disneyland.disney.go.com. And then it tells you, like I said, it's a good resource for pretty much planning what you want to do. And I also try not to schedule too much into a day. I usually just kind of pick which park we're going to, and then go from there once we're in the park. The kids are older, so we don't really need to plan too much. Now for apps, I download the Mouse Weight app, the Disneyland app, and I also do a countdown app because I like to know on my phone how many days I have left to make sure I get everything done. So I will show you those on my phone in a few minutes. And then basically I've got just kind of a list of the new things we want to do. There's some new shows. I've never been to Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar at the Disneyland Hotel, and I really want to try that this year. the new Frozen show, The Force Awakens is there, so I really want to meet Chewie. Of course, the boys we just want to do rides and more rides. We're going with friends this year, and she has a girl, so meet some princesses. I've never done that because I have 2 boys, so I'm very excited about that. And do a beach day if the weather's good. So basically this is my planner, and then I have pages in the back here where I'm just going to be adding a few photos when I get back, so that it'll kind of be a little keepsake as well. So this is what I do. I set up a planner and kind of go through and plan everything I need to, what I need to get done. The next thing I do is start a binder, and this is for all my information. So you can see here, these are the websites I go to a lot for deals. If you're checking to see deals, mousesavers.com. There's also www.info.com, which is like message boards, and people have really great comments and stuff on there. Again, Is It Packed? The Disneyland website. And my favorite Disney YouTube channel is called Fresh Baked Disney. They have lots of info videos. They have lots of ride videos. If you're taking young kids, I always like to do the ride-throughs and see what the ride looks like before I take them on it, see if they won't have any problem with it. So those are kind of my go-to websites. And then here is what the calendar looks like from the Disneyland website. So it tells you which park it is, tells you what time they're open, if there's the magic hour, if when the parades are, if there's any shows going on, and then what rides are closed for refurbishment. There's actually quite a bit closed when we go because they're doing the new Star Wars land. So the whole one side of the park, the Mark Twain, the ship, the Davy Crockett Explorers, the Pirates lair on the island, that's all closed because they're redoing it. And a couple of other things are closed as well. So again, I print this out for all of the parks. So here's down California. So this is the California one, and then it also does Downtown Disney. So it gives you all the times and stuff for all the shows. And this is one of the maps that I use the most. This is the Disneyland map with all the outside hotels. So you can kind of see where you're staying. Again, we are staying at the Best Western, which is actually the closest hotel to the main entry plaza. It's closer than Disneyland. So you can see here to here is the Disneyland Hotel. We are here to here. So it's actually closer than most of the Disney park hotels. And like I said, it's a really good deal. So you can kind of see from this map where your hotel is located, what kind of a walk you'll have. Ours is about a 5-minute walk from door to door, so it's perfect. And then I have just an ultimate packing list for Disneyland. So just everything that you might need to take. And then I also have a day bag for theme parks, which has some great ideas of what you might need to take for the day. And a before you leave home to-do list. And then I also printed out some FastPass tips that I had seen and some other extra morning tips, magic morning tips, best places to watch the shows, and all that kind of stuff. And I even printed out the maps which show the best places to watch, so if you're watching the fireworks, it shows you where the best places to watch, and it also gives you the parade route and all that kind of stuff. So I printed all that out, and then I also print out just my reservation information. So this is just my hotel reservation and all my information. And then this year I decided to have, I'm really into Midori's this year. And this year I decided that I was going to take a Midori as an autograph book. So I couldn't find any Mickey Midoris online. So I found some really cute fabric, which is this one, the black. And I also have a pink one, which I don't have with me right now. But I really love this one, and I just asked somebody on Etsy who I had bought some Midoris from if she could make me a custom Midori, and she did. So this is, you just send them the fabric and they will make you a custom Midori. So this is my Mickey Mouse Midori, which I'll be taking with me. And basically I've just made a couple little books, one for kind of the Disney characters and then one for the princess characters. So this will be my autograph book. And I'm making a couple more of these with the leftover fabric. I'm going to try and make some myself. or a friend is making them for me if she can, just to give to the family that's coming with us, our friends. So very exciting. I just made the little charm with my Epiphany Crafts that says Disney 2016, and that's a Maggie Holmes tassel, and that came with the book. It's just a little rose flower. I might take that one off. But here's my Midori for Disney. I'm excited to take that. And last but not least, when you are at Disneyland, you definitely need to have a good pair of walking shoes. So I decided it was time, oh, let's put those the right way, to buy a new pair of shoes. I got these Converse, and they are so cute. They're black and they've got the little bit of mint green, which is my favorite color, and those will be along with my other Converse, which are the mint green. These will be my walk-in shoes for Disney. So you absolutely must have a good pair of walking shoes, because you do a lot of walking when you go to Disneyland. So I'm very excited. I hope you like that kind of Disneyland prep idea, and I will come back and show you the apps on my phone, because I'll have to switch out to my iPad so I can record that, but I'll come back and show you what my phone looks like. Be back in 2 seconds. So here is my phone. I always change out my screen lock to one of my favorite pictures of Mickey Mouse and my boys when they were younger. I always tend to switch out my wallpaper when we get close to going to Disneyland. So I'll show you on the inside what it looks like. So I have this fun balloon with kind of the castle in the background. It's light, so it lets me see my apps really well. This is just the Mickey balloons. So I have a Disney folder, and the 2 apps that I use the most when I'm down there are the Disneyland app, which I'll open, so you can see it's got a nice map of the park, and it basically tells you if wherever you're on. So if you want to know what attractions are open, what characters are around. So for example, let's go see which characters are around today. So Chewbacca is there and Darth Vader's there. So you can kind of see where you can meet your characters. Let's see who's here is Spider-Man and Thor, which I love this. So if you're looking for a specific character, you can try and find them. Aladdin, Genie, the Princess Jasmine, kind of tells you where the characters are. This one also tells you what attractions are around and how much of a wait there is, so 5 minutes, 25 minutes. So that's great too, to know which have the most wait. So this is a 65-minute wait, which is Hyperspace Mountain. And it also has all your dining options, so if you're around a certain area, you can find out what restaurants are around there. It also tells you where the restrooms are, which is awesome if you're looking for a restroom. So if you're around here, it tells you where the restrooms are located. Also has the photo pass. If you get the photo pass, it tells you where the photographers are located. Talks about the entertainment, so if you click on it, it tells you what's going on at the time. So the Jedi Training Trials of the Temple is on at 11:35. Talks about events and tours and guest services. So that's one of my favorite apps, is the Disneyland app. It's got everything in there you could possibly need. The other one is mouse wait times. Sometimes I use this one just because it's got a lot of information about other things as well, and this one it's different than the Disneyland one, so you're going to get maybe a different view. Again, it's got the wait times, so this one just kind of lists all of them in alphabetical order and tells you what the wait time is. It tells you food, show times, favorites, events near you, restrooms near you. So again, it's got all the same kind of information, but a different point of view. It's not a Disneyland website, so it's more just people who are visiting the park, and you can see what's going on. So those are the 2 I download, and then I also always have a countdown app on my phone, and I prefer this one, which is Countdown Plus. And the reason I like it, you can add your own photos, so I've got Disneyland in whatever days, but it also shows for notifications how many days you have till your trip, so I really like that. So those are the 2 apps I use, and that's how I set up my phone. Again, when I am going to Disney, I always tend to set my lock screen to my favorite Disney photo. Hi Mickey, we'll be seeing you soon. Well, thanks very much for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed this Disneyland quick prep video that I did, and I will be back in next week with another video on Friday. I'm trying to upload a video every Friday this year. So I will be back next Friday with another video. Thanks for hanging out with me. Talk to you soon. Bye.